Yup, this is Michael Jordan wearing a random number 12 jersey with no name on the back instead of his iconic 23. Check out this crazy story. In 1990, just minutes before tip-off against the Magic, MJ and the Bulls realized that his jersey is missing. Back in the day, teams didn't have backup jerseys for each player like they do now, so some of the people from the Bulls organization actually went in the crowd to find a fan wearing a Chicago 23 jersey that would fit Michael. To me, this is wild by itself, but they were unable to find one big enough for MJ. Fortunately though, the Bulls did have one nameless number 12 uniform just in case, and that's how Jordan could play in this game. This improbable turn of events did not stop him from scoring 49 points that game. Did you know this? Sit back, I've got many more strange and interesting NBA stories and facts. What up everybody, my name is Stefan and this is Heat Check. Let's get into it. Here's a staggering NBA fact. LeBron James is actually left-handed in all other aspects of life except basketball.
Yeah, I'm pretty much a left-hand guy. I have no idea how I became a right-hand basketball player. I think it was probably Michael Jordan, Penny Hardaway, guys that I looked up to growing up. Seen those guys shooting righty, so I was like, I guess I'll shoot righty.
You can notice this anytime that he's signing an autograph, a contract, or something. So if his shooting mechanics all stayed the same and he only switched hands, here's how that would look like. And since NBA players always say that left-handed shooters are more difficult to defend, we can only imagine how unguardable LeBron would be as a lefty. You know what's the NBA record that will never be broken? Wilt Chamberlain averaged 48.5 minutes per game during an entire season. And you know that an NBA game is only 48 minutes long. So how is this possible? Wilt played every game from start to finish the entire season, never going to the bench. And 5 of those games went into overtime, so of course he played the overtimes as well to set the record in 1962, which I believe will never be broken. In today's age of load management, this truly speaks for Chamberlain's dominance in his time. And on that topic, here's something a little more recent. During the 02 season, Jalen Rose managed to play 83 games in total. He was traded from Indiana to the Bulls, who had played one game less than the Pacers at that time, so Jalen ended up playing one more game that year. I like his attitude, so no wonder why he's able to be successful at ESPN even after his NBA days. And speaking of being successful, I know that's every person's goal, but it can be extremely hard if you're starting from behind with student loan or credit card debt and paying huge interest rates. That can be a big burden on your mind and can cause a lot of airballs. Fortunately though, the sponsor of this video can help you solve that problem. Upstart is an online lending marketplace that provides personal loans by looking at things beyond your credit score. Similar to how the Houston Rockets Savvy Analytics are looking at threes and layups, Upstart checks your education and your job history to provide you with a smarter interest rate. They make it simple and easy for you to shoot your shot and check your rate on their website without affecting your credit score. Over 200,000 people have used Upstart to pay off credit cards, student loans, fund their wedding, or to make a large purchase. See why Upstart is ranked number 1 in their category with over 300 businesses on Trustpilot, and hurry to upstart.com/heatcheck to find out how low your Upstart rate is. Checking your rate only takes a few minutes, and again, it won't affect your credit. And all this talk about money reminded me of a few players that are still getting paid by their former teams. Monte Ellis hasn't played a single game in 2 years, and not only he got paid during that time, but he'll continue to receive checks from the Pacers the entire next season and the year after that. Even a better case is the one where Brooklyn Nets are still paying Deron Williams despite him moving on to play 2 seasons with the Mavericks, then the Cavs in 2017, and being out of the league for the past 2 years. Yeah, Brooklyn is still paying him. And get this, the Clippers have been paying none other than Carlos Delfino for 6 years, despite him being out of the NBA since 2013. Anyone remembers Delfino? Anyway, he'll also get that dollar bill the next season as well, before finally completing this epic 7-year payment. To clarify, this is called a stretch provision. When teams waive a player, they can stretch the salary cap impact of that contract over a certain amount of years. Okay, this next one is hard to believe, but it's true. After getting swept in the finals as a 22-year-old, Shaq sent this letter to Hakeem challenging him to a one-on-one game. As funny as this looks, I like the simple and straight-to-the-point approach. And no, unfortunately for all of us, they never had that one-on-one showdown. Guys, remember how in 2013 Dwight Howard and Steve Nash were teammates on the Lakers? Well, this is going to blow your mind. During that season alone, Howard missed more free throws than Steve Nash did during the course of his entire career of 18 years. I don't even know what's more impressive here, the amount of bricks that Howard threw in 76 games that he played that season, or the fact that Nash missed only 324 free throws in nearly 2 decades. That's incredible. Moving on, LeBron James has accomplished so much on the court. Throughout his 16-year NBA career, he's been averaging 27 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists. But get this, he's never actually had a game of exactly 27, 7, and 7. In 16 years and over 1,000 games played so far, LeBron never ended a game with these numbers. Pretty random, but very interesting stat about James. And let me end this list with possibly the most bizarre NBA record. Jamal Crawford and Vince Carter are alone at the top, competing as the players with most career losses in NBA history. Crawford is number 1 all time at the moment, but only ahead of Carter by 3 lost games. And Vince already signed to play this season, while Jamal still hasn't and might decide to retire, which would make VC the undisputed king of losing in the history of the NBA. That's it for now. If you like this video, subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss my future in-depth analysis. Talk to you in the next one. Peace out.